Hey everyone, welcome back to Tappin Out. I'm Tim.
I'm Mario.
Welcome back, guys. I know we've had kind of some technical difficulties. We had a very busy kind of month for Tappin Out, the Tappin Out family.
Yeah, some personal things that went on, but we're gonna hope to get back into the swing of things here. Try to get some more consistent content out. Definitely check us out on all the social medias: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. What else am I forgetting?
We have a Twitter too. If you want to check that out, I mean,
not that we really used it too much.
I mean, if we get more people, we'll definitely start live tweeting.
Yeah.
And hey, we got some fun pictures to send out too. So.
Absolutely. So today we're gonna get into Backlash review. We're a little late on it, but we're still gonna give our thoughts.
Yeah. Still.
It was actually a lot better. I was wrong. It was very good. And then we're gonna go over just some highlights of Raw, highlights of AEW, and then just our predictions for the Smackdown tournaments tomorrow. What we think, who we think's gonna win and all that. And then this weekend we'll probably put out another video. Just kind of go over Smackdown and stuff like that, and definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, definitely. And also we're gonna be doing some more drafts soon.
Oh yeah.
We got a little surprise draft coming up soon. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of different drafts. I don't know. We love the draft content.
We still have to do some more review some of the pay-per-views we watched. We'll get to that too. Just been very busy, but
guys, we've been busy, but don't worry. Summer's almost here,
and hopefully have a little more free time.
Yep.
We'll be able to get this done. We both work full time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to find the time.
What do you say? Want to jump into Backlash?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
So Backlash, going into it, I was very. On the last couple of shows, I put my thoughts up.
Find the worst card.
It was going to be the worst card
No,
of all
but
time.
to be fair, on the last one you did say something like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to.
Right.
Like, it's not looking as bad as I was thinking, but.
Right.
So you kind of saved yourself a little bit there.
But, man, I mean, for the most part, I was wrong. I mean, this card was arguably, you could say, so far the best premium live event of the year.
Yeah,
I think and some people said the same thing. It was better than WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah, it was. I really actually enjoyed this, especially the first part.
It was one of those things where it definitely peaked in the beginning. It kind of fell towards the end, but overall, I still think it was a very, very good pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I mean, we go without saying right now. I mean, the big part of that was the crowd. We're gonna get into that, but the crowd was phenomenal.
Right.
I think one of the best crowds I've heard.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
So we started off with Bianca Belair and Io Sky, which...
Whoa.
Listen, I don't like Bianca, but the crowd of Puerto Rico really doesn't like Bianca.
I couldn't believe that. We looked at her like, are they booing her?
I don't think I've ever heard her get booed before. Ever.
No.
Ever. I mean, she is like... I said before, she is like the John Cena of female wrestlers.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that makes sense now, because he got, he's one of those, like, you either hate her or you love her, kind of like Cena,
And they were all in on Io Sky. Like,
which was so random.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, like, there was really no build-up to this, and build-up in the sense that Io Sky was just kind of randomly given, like, this title shot. And that she faced, like, two jobbers to even get into the work contenders match. And they're like, oh, okay, now we're going to do a few little segments here and there with her and Bianca. But she was never really built up. She was still just one of, like, basically one of Bayley's kind of lackeys.
Yeah.
Essentially, it was kind of random that. But I mean, you knew more about her than I did. You always kind of said, NXT and stuff like that, that she was very good. I never really watched her in NXT, so I don't know. But you kind of told me, that she was very, very good.
I think you saw why here.
And she showed. I mean, this match was unbelievable.
My second favorite match of the night, I think.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I was blown away by it. I had to admit, man, I went to this match thinking it was going to be bad.
Yeah, this like contender for one of the worst matches on the card. We actually thought this might be the worst match on the card, and
I mean, it was just all around just a very good, technically sound match.
Yeah.
Both of them just really put on a show. Io doing all those crazy things. She was off the ropes and the turnbuckles and the moonsaults. And I know, towards the end of the match, we had Damage Control.
Yeah, Damage Control, and they kind of messed it up for kind of what we call like a Goldar moment. But yeah, it was.
So I think they're kind of hinting now that Damage Control is probably breaking up because what was it? Bayley was holding Bianca down for Io to do her finisher.
Then the ref saw it.
And then the ref saw it, and then Io kind of got distracted.
And then
let Bianca kind of take advantage, hit her finisher, and win. I mean, predictable outcome. We all knew Bianca was going to win this match,
Yeah.
but I did not think it was going to be this good.
No. And honestly,
One of the best women's matches I've seen in a long time.
yeah, it was so good. And honestly, I almost thought maybe they should call an audible and have Io win. That would have been a moment.
That would have been great for you want the crowd to be happy. The place would have exploded.
Yeah, that would have been insane. But yeah, that was overall a very good match. Very very worth tuning into. And I think that really continued with the next match too.
I think so.
Seth freaking Rollins beating Omos, and as two proud Homo sapiens,
we rise.
Yeah, we rise. He has improved so much, like legitimately, like all memes aside.
Yep.
This dude put in the work, and he wrestled a good match.
And we said it on the last show in our preview that we had a feeling that this dude was gonna improve because I said when he put out that statement a few weeks back saying like I hear the haters, I hear the doubters, and I want to prove them wrong.
Yeah,
and he put on. I don't think there's a question. This was his best match in the company by
for sure,
nothing even close.
For sure, and I mean you definitely give some credit that to Seth because Seth is an unbelievable worker and can work with anyone. But and Seth's gonna get his laurels. Seth's gonna get his praise, and he deserves it for this.
But Omos
carried his own.
But Omos has been in the ring with other great in-ring workers
and hasn't
looked like this.
Yeah.
So credit to Seth a little bit, but I'm giving credit to Omos too.
No,
I
sure.
really think he's put in the work. And there was even a report that came out afterwards saying that management was very happy with his performance. Now, do I think Omos is ever going to be a main eventer? I don't know. I still think that in order to be a main eventer, he has to develop some sort of promo.
Yeah, at least a little bit. Yeah.
And I know it's tougher for some of these guys, especially that come from other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have English as their, I know he speaks English, but it's not as clear. So I think if he can develop that.
Yeah.
And put out some good promos and stuff. I don't know. No, we don't know. A lot of big guys, unfortunately, as much as people like to joke that Vince loves big sweaty men, a lot of big names don't become real main eventers.
He tries to put it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, you got Kane, Big Show, Undertaker.
But that's just a handful of guys.
Yeah, but it's a handful of guys. I mean, maybe he breaks the mold. I love it. Because I do love him saying, listen, I know I've been bad. I'm going to prove you that I can do it.
I mean, having that accountability and having that want to get better is great, and it's just good to see. Once again, a very enjoyable match.
I thought the coolest part was Seth doing the two stomps, and I thought there was no shot of kicking out, and I think he kicked out of the first stomp out of one count.
Yeah,
and then Seth did two more, and he still kicked out. Yeah, and then I've never seen Seth do a top of the rope stomp before. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. I liked how Omos countered one of the stomps too, where he just held his head up.
Yeah,
because of the strength.
That was a great counter. Yeah. And, I mean, Seth won, but Omos still looked very, very strong in this match.
I think it was a perfect match. I mean, I would have had Omos win, but, perfect from, what their goals are. Omos looks good, Seth still wins, even though Stomp looks like a jabroni finish now.
But all I'm saying is, this train has started and we're not stopping.
Oh, no, it's not. Hey, I'm just glad you had room on the train for me, so I hopped on when I could.
So
that was fun. That was a very fun match, very good.
So this is where I know it's only a third match.
We get a little bit of a lull.
We get a little bit of a letdown the next couple matches.
Yeah.
So Theory, Lashley, and Bronson Reed triple threat for the United States Championship. I call this prediction to the team.
Yo, I was so mad when we do predictions. You got this one first, and I was like, I'm gonna say this, and now I look stupid because I can't prove that.
But
you're right.
But I listen. Yeah. I knew you. We think the same.
Yeah, and we've been watching this long enough to know what's going on.
So the match itself was what you expect. Lashley, Bronson, two big goons. Theory, a very weak champion.
Yeah.
Always. He's basically kind of like how the Miz was.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Just kind of skating by, winning these matches by cheating, or kind of waiting for somebody else to hit their finisher and then go with them out of the ring, pin them, and that's exactly what happened. The match itself was whatever. It's nothing to write home about. No, it was fine.
Short.
Yeah, it was 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was, it was what you expected. So Lashley hits the spear on Bronson. Theory throws Lashley out of the ring, pins Bronson for the win, retains. We all knew Theory was going to win.
He's you better hold that title warm, Theory, for Mr.
Yeah, I heard the rumors, but I also heard now that it might be Grayson Waller. We'll get into that. But either way, I'm happy. But if Grayson Waller feuds with Austin Theory, I might better be winning money in the bank.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he better be winning money. It better be one or the other. But I actually prefer Money in the Bank.
Yeah, because we need Mr. Knight to be our champion.
Unfortunately, though, it ain't gonna be against Roman. So LA Knight will be going to Raw when he cashes in on Saturday. Spoiler for our winner prediction.
Yup. And then we jump into another match that was there. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. This was kind of a letdown from the first women's match. I mean, this is a match I was actually more excited for, but the crowd was hot for Zelina. Obviously, it was a match.
I honestly. I thought that this match, honestly, going into it would have been better than Bianca.
I thought so too. I honestly thought this would have been like the sleeper match of the night.
Yeah, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
it was horrible, and which is crazy because Rhea and Zelina usually are decent workers.
Yeah. And you would think their styles would mesh well too, because you have Rhea who's bigger and Zelina who's like a cruiserweight. I think it would mesh, and it just didn't. I
think some of it too was. I think there was a little bit of time constraint too. They didn't get enough time. But over, it was just a match. I mean, honestly, like this is a match that you just see like a random Smackdown.
Yeah.
And
you're like, oh, okay, that was alright.
But for like a championship match on a pay-per-view,
especially a match that would be like a moment for Zelina.
Yeah, because she did the whole like come out with a flag, holding the flag out.
And I mean, she still looked okay in the loss, but I don't know, it just was.
I think it was a mix of time control, like I said, and also the fact that listen, we all knew Rhea was gonna.
Yeah.
This was one of the most obvious matches of the year. Like we all knew Rhea was gonna win. But yeah, I mean, Zelina was just a filler. A filler opponent. It made sense because she has Puerto Rican heritage in Puerto Rico, so it made sense to make her kind of like the hero at the time. But it just didn't work, and that's fine. Yeah, and that's fine. The LWO is still fine. They're fun, and Zelina can still be fun in her role. Yeah, but as a main eventer, nah. No, she's. Yeah, I don't know if she ever gets to that level. I like her, so it'd be cool if she did. But I mean, compared to other women, she's better. Yeah, compared to what's out there. Yeah, but I mean, compare that even to Rhea Ripley's next opponent. Alright, we're not going to talk about this match during Raw because we don't think it's that important. But first of all, see Dana Brooke come out, and then the kid just knocked her a high five. That was awesome. And seeing Dana Brooke come out is so funny, the meme of Dana Brooke, and then Rhea Ripley having Natty as a challenger, wild. I'll let you take this one because I'll get into the next one because this was by far the match of the night. I'll let you get started on this one. So we had Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. Holy shit, that match was awesome. It was, and you know what? Shout out to Damian Priest. Yeah. Don't worry, we are going to give him his laurels. Because we've been saying forever, even before we started this whole podcast, whole thing, how good Damian Priest is. Yeah, and now they finally realize, this guy's main event talent. Yeah, no shit, exactly. Which I'm so glad they finally see him that way. Because you're not putting just anybody with Bad Bunny, one of the biggest stars in the world. A guy he headlined Coachella 2 weeks earlier. Yep. He was at like the Met Gala like a week before that. Like this guy's going on multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar tours and doing all this. So you're putting him out there with only people you trust the most. And Damian Priest has showed why he probably should have won the tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. Should have. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely should have won the tournament. Yeah, I mean, it's a disgrace. Yeah, I mean, this guy puts in a hell of a match. And I'm going to get to Bad Bunny in a few because Bad Bunny also, once again, is, I'm going to say it, the best celebrity wrestler of all time. Yes. He's got to be. Yes. I mean, Logan Paul has been good, but it's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. Yeah. It's not even close. Because I'll get some of the technical stuff. He doesn't even even wrestle that much either.
No.
And when he does, man, you can tell he puts in the work.
He does,
in between.
and you can tell he loves it too.
Yeah.
Like even his selling, like Bad Bunny selling
those kendo sticks and chair shots and stuff, and he was selling them great.
Yeah.
And the fact that Damian Priest was able to pull off that and without hurting him, making it look good, unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's credit to both of them. Damian, you know, hell of a match. Just, you know, I always mark out for the Canadian Destroyer, and especially seeing someone like Bad Bunny do, who's not like a full-time wrestler. That's so impressive.
You know what? Roman needs a challenger for that title, and who should win? Damian Priest. I'm convinced this guy is the guy for the company.
Yeah,
he is.
He's a little on the older side, but who cares?
Who cares?
Give him
DDP started wrestling when he was like 50. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Hogan was winning titles like 75. But you know what? He's like in his early 40s. He doesn't look it though.
No,
he doesn't.
And this guy is he's
the
it.
whole package.
He's it.
Especially because unfortunately Drew's leaving.
Yeah. So
you need a guy. And if Roman goes off to Hollywood or something like that, which is eventually going to happen, it's going to be a Cena. You need a guy to step up. This is the man.
I don't know. Well, he's got the look. He's got the height. He's got the size. He's got the mic skills.
The charisma. Everything.
The charisma. The in-ring ability. Like
everything.
The cool factor. Like he just looks.
He's cool. He's just cool.
Yeah. Like it was such a good match. Damian Priest. You know, just so many crazy things they did. Like like fighting outside, the weapons they were using. Like it's something you don't see much anymore. And then Bad Bunny, just the way he would sell like when Priest got him and hit him in the arm or the leg, and he and he did it correctly. That's something.
He looks like he's been wrestling for 20 years.
Yeah,
legitimately.
Yeah,
like he was selling like prime Dolph Ziggler. Selling like legitimately. You know what I mean?
I mean, if Bad Bunny ever decides he wants to quit music and go to WWE full time,
he would be great. He would be great.
Yeah, he was. And just the crowd, obviously, over for Bunny.
And then we also had, not as important than the two competitors, but we had Carlito return after,
which was pretty cool.
And then we had Savio Vega.
Savio Vega, yeah.
Which I had no idea who he was. To be honest.
I only know it very not as well because he was like early Attitude Era. That was like I wasn't really watching at that point. I started like later Attitude Era.
So this was, I know Carlito came back with the 2021 Rumble.
Yeah, that's the Christian one with no fans.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Oh, well, Christian is nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. I mean, I was never really a Carlito fan, but I mean, it was fun seeing him. I think it would have been better if they didn't have him come back for the Rumble.
Yeah.
Just have him show up
like
now.
Like 12, 13 years later.
Yeah, like that would have been better. So I'm like, coming from that's cool, but we just saw him a couple of years ago, so it's like a huge surprise. But overall, unbelievable match.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I was kind of dozed into it, but I watched the next day at work.
No, yeah.
And I was like, man, this match, honestly, so far, match of the year candidate.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's this match or the Triple Threat at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Those two matches.
The best matches of the year. I think the three best matches, top three best matches so far were Triple Threat with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, and then Cody and Roman.
Yep.
Night 2. I think those are probably the three best matches.
Yeah, I agree.
So far.
I fully agree, and I'll tell you, Bianca Io Sky is probably my top 10 of the year.
By far, for women's matches, that's the best women's match of the year so far.
Of course, and I mean, we think it's too early to start talking about that. We're almost halfway through the year.
I know. It goes by fast.
It's crazy. But yeah, there's not enough we can say good about this match. It was exactly what it needed to be. I mean, obviously we would love to see Damian Priest get a win, but the fact that he
put Bad Bunny over, which I don't really, because Bad Bunny's great. He's not full time. I think Damian probably could have used this one a little bit more, but it doesn't matter because Damian didn't need, even losing. He showed that he is a main event.
Exactly.
Him and Jinder.
Who we're gonna see on Raw next week?
Finally.
Oh, let's go.
Finally.
But
talk about main event talents.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to watch Jinder next week.
Oh, guys, you guys haven't really jumped in about Jinder, but just wait. We love a man named Mr. Jinder Mahal. But yeah, Damian Priest showed why he's a main eventer. Why he can be the guy.
So I can talk about that match forever, but we do have to keep this somewhat reasonable. So we're gonna get into the next match. The match, the Bloodline versus Riddle, Owens, and Sami Zayn. This match The only good thing I can say about this match is it's finally over.
Yeah, I was gonna say that today.
Finally over. I just can't. I'm just so happy that the brand split up these guys because listen, all these guys individually are besides Riddle.
Yeah, besides
5
Riddle.
out of 6 are very, very good.
Yeah.
And side note, I saw your tweets today. People sticking up for Riddle is a disgrace.
Oh yeah.
This guy is a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah.
And we've said it multiple times.
Yep.
I'll say it again. I don't understand people that mark out for Riddle.
I was afraid.
He's a shit person.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, and that's why I was afraid to start.
Leaks aside, whatever, however you feel, it's not the same thing as Mandy Rose because she makes money off it. His word, it doesn't matter. Defending this guy is horrible.
Imagine what a bat for Matt Riddle.
It would be like defending, Alberto Del Rio, or
Sean Watson.
like these guys are just bad people.
Yeah, and I won't go to bat for those people.
Feelings aside, you take wrestling out of it, they're just bad people.
Exactly.
And thank you, Solo. And I'm glad that Riddle took the pin as it should be.
Exactly. I was shocked that the Bloodline won. I thought they were gonna lose.
Yeah, we were wrong on this one too.
Yeah, I think we all were though.
So really, I mean, the match itself is what you expect. Really, the only notable thing from it was I know Solo what to do to Samoa Spike with Jay.
Yeah,
kind of stabbed it. Had that little
so we're getting that tension.
The tension in between. Where you're like, is he gonna hit him with the spike? Is he not? He obviously didn't hit Riddle with it.
Yep.
He wins the match. So I think this match more didn't really have anything to do with Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. It's more building up for the bloodline going to start to kind of unravel and break up now.
We might see that Friday because Roman's there.
Back, which finally, I'm so glad we get to see our tribal chief again.
Yes.
I missed our tribal chief.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just glad it's over. I really have nothing else to say about it.
Neither do I.
Like I said, it's more
solid match, but
the match itself was more just building up the bloodline.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of, and hopefully they don't see each other for a while after this. We're all tired of it.
Yeah, that'd be very bad. And then we jumped into Cody Rhodes beating Brock Lesnar, which was very disappointing.
Winning the match, a main event. I don't care if it's a smaller premium live event or a bigger. Winning a main event on a roll up that's horrible. Whoever thought that was good? I mean, these writers get all this money to write this a roll up.
Yeah, like
you want a main event to the roll up?
Yeah. I don't like the only way they make it try and seem that they're so clever in doing that, like using the momentum against them. But
it was honestly the match was about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot longer than usually works.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that, but it was very, very disappointing. I guess the only cool thing was what Brock legitimately, I guess, bleeding. That was
Yeah. We went to the bubble. Yeah.
Legitimately bleeding, but the match itself was honestly probably one of the worst matches of the night.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I'm just hoping.
And that's not on Cody either.
No, I'm just hoping for Cody next. He can't lose to Brock. He's got to beat him one more time, and then they're done. And then
on to the next I don't know what it is because it's not going to be against because listen, he's not facing Roman until at least next WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense.
No.
He can't lose to Roman again. It wouldn't make any sense.
No.
So I don't know what he's going to do in between. But if we see Cody in the main event picture again, it's not going to be for about another year at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
It just wouldn't make any sense.
They got to keep him doing stuff like the Brock stuff and.
But I just I don't know where they're going with it. But
no.
What'd you think of it overall?
It was.
No, I mean of the
pay-per-view. I really enjoyed the pay-per-view. I think if I'm looking at it, there were 3 matches that I absolutely really enjoyed to loved. I think those carry it like Theory, Bobby Bronson, Rhea Zelina, the Bloodline, Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. They were whatever.
Yeah.
Cody Brock was the only match that really disappointed me.
Yeah.
Because the other matches were basically what I expected.
Yeah.
But Bianca Io was way above my expectations. That was the biggest surprise of the night for me.
And Omos's performance was awesome.
Yup, that was a great match. And then Bad Bunny gave me pretty
match of the year so far.
Yeah, we could honestly talk about this for the half hour if we wanted to. But yeah, I really enjoyed the pay-per-view. It was a fun time for something I was like, it's gonna be like this. We're staying up to wake up late the next day for softball for, and it was.
Yeah, it was weird.
So what'd you think?
Exactly the same. I thought overall it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was highlighted by those 3 matches that you just mentioned. The other matches were fine overall. arguably to me, probably the second best
Yeah.
pay-per-view of the year behind Night 1 of WrestleMania,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, if I went at 10, I'd probably go like an 8.5 on this, I think.
Yeah, 8.5, I think is fair.
Mhm.
Definitely good. They definitely outdid themselves. You know, we'll see what they do for Night of Champions. We don't, you know, there's not a lot of things kind of get, you know, discussed with that yet.
Yeah.
We don't really know a lot of the matches yet. We know it's going to be, the tournament match.
Seth versus whoever, yeah.
And I think
We're getting Brock Cody, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Was that announced yet?
Oh yeah. They both said I want to.
Oh
fight.
yeah, Night Champ. Yeah.
They're like, I want to fight. They call Finley.
So, I think we've kind of hit everything we needed for Backlash.
Yep.
We're just going to get into Raw a little bit, just kind of hit the highlights. We're not going to do a full Raw review, just kind of, because honestly, most of Raw was just kind of focused on the tournament anyways.
Yeah, the parts of Raw that weren't part of the tournament were...
But I do have one thing I want to mention with this match.
I know what you're going to talk about. So you want me to start off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so we start off with the tournament, and we had Seth versus Shinsuke versus Damian Priest, and the whole thing with Priest is his leg was hurt, and like that got targeted. So Seth won. Really good match to start off the night. I really enjoyed that match. Really, definitely a really good way to start off.
Very predictable though.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew Seth was going to win.
Yeah.
It was, unfortunately.
Yep.
We all know should have won.
Mr.
But
Priest.
we all knew was going to win.
Yeah. But when you put these three in a match, you're always going to get, at the bare minimum, you're giving yourself a B- for a match. Putting these three in a match, and very good match. I enjoyed it. How about you?
That very good match. Once again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't care. I wanted Damian Priest to win.
I know Damian Priest.
I think he earned it.
Mhm.
I think by his performance on Saturday, he earned the win. I think they should have called it audible, just let him win it. Even if the plan was for Steph to win it, I think he deserved it.
Yeah.
I think he earned it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
It was a good match. It's too predictable for me. But
I definitely know when we saw the graphic on Twitter earlier in the day when it said we found out Damian was in this match. We were like, God damn it.
Yeah, because we're like we knew anybody who was in the match when Seth was gonna lose. So we're like.
We knew. Like, I thought there might have been a chance maybe Seth was in the finals, but not the first match.
No,
and he did not.
So then, we're not doing the whole review, but I just want to make a note. We got Mustafa Ali against Otis, and just absolute disgrace that they're making Alpha Academy, whatever, Otis. I still like Otis, but just Alpha Academy is a joke. Losing Mustafa Ali, who is a literal joke.
Yeah.
He
is positive Ali, a joke.
And I don't appreciate just Chad Gable, him and his pal Otis, being made to just look like jokes. I don't like it.
What happened to this push for Chad Gable? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
You know what? If you want, if you're gonna make it where Otis goes from SmackDown, fine. I don't care. Otis can go.
Yeah.
But then you better be pushing Chad Gable. Because this man is also a main event. He's a star.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Honestly, you need someone to end Gunther's reign.
Yeah.
That's a star-making performance, and that shows we're serious about Chad Gable.
Chad Gable does not put on bad matches. No. He does not put on bad. You can't find a bad Chad Gable match.
What good qualities does Chad Gable not have that Kurt Angle had? Literally. Those are pretty good qualities. We're not gonna talk about Mr. Prime. Kurt Angle.
You can look at what we're talking about Mr. Kurt, but
just Kurt Angle 2005, 2007 or 8.
All I'm gonna say is Chad Gable's a family man, a very good family man outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
He likes, he enjoys his kids.
Yeah.
He's there for his kids. That's all I'm gonna say. But in the ring too, elite talent.
Yeah, but like whatever, he has Kurt Angle's charisma, and I don't want to hear you say he doesn't. Go watch any of his segments. He does. So if anyone comes to me and says he's no Kurt Angle, I'm gonna say,
well, yeah, he's not. He's better.
Yeah.
I would disagree. He's better.
And I mean, he's got the in-ring ability. He can do
gold medalist. Olympic gold medalist?
Not a gold medalist, but
he's not the gold medalist.
No. He did the Olympic trials though. It's the other shitty Gable that's the gold medalist.
No.
Gable Stevenson, who we'll never see. Except you had a good point. What if one day when they have the NXT people come up and be security guards, you see Gable Stevenson as a security guard.
Gable Stevenson has been in the company for 4 years now. Yeah. So hasn't made it out of the training center yet.
Wild.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and well, also ridiculous is The Miz was in a match to crown a champion, like, for this tournament, and we had him go up against Cody and Finn. Finn won. Once again, pretty good match. I don't think it was as good as the first match.
Oh wait, and I know you called it. You said that Brock was getting interfered with. You were right. We didn't know which one it was. If Cody was going to win, he was getting interfered against Seth or not. But you definitely nailed it. You know, it looked like Cody was going to win, and then Brock comes out and interferes. Finn hits a stomp on the Miz,
and then
wins. But side note on that as well, like. I'm down on Brock a lot. Then he comes back and he put on a dude. He was awesome when he came out.
Brock
look at his face. Look at his face. Brock puts out some gems, man.
He does. Brock was awesome.
Like I said, I'm actually shocked that they didn't let this guy wrestle or not wrestle. Talk more than like back in like the early 2000s with Paul Heyman because he cuts a good promo.
Yeah, he does. I remember when they gave him the chance a little bit back then, and he killed every time he was up there too.
I just thought they should give more. You know, Paul was in when he came back, like it was basically Paul was his mouthpiece the entire time, which I'm like, don't know because I mean, if you watch him, guy doesn't put on a bad promo really. Yeah. Everything is great. When I go to bed, I'm like, Bobby Lashley. You know, it's like, come on, man. This guy is
an underrated Brock promo is when he's throwing with Sami Zayn. When he's like tonight, right here in San Antonio.
I like that one too. He's like, excuse me, you have to excuse me. I have no idea who you are.
You're a fan?
And what's funny about that is probably actually true.
Yeah.
Brock's like, I had no idea who Sami Zayn was at the time.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those guys that literally, like, he probably shows up to the arena, wrestles his back, gets on his plane, and goes back to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, literally,
that's it.
Literally probably lets Paul Heyman and Shelton Benjamin say hi to him. That's probably it. He's like, all right, Paul, all right, Shelton, good to see you guys. Let's go. Hey, if you have that kind of deal, why not?
So I'm going to go back in time a little bit on Monday and just talk about how funny it was that Dana Brooke came back. She was going for what now? What, like 6 months or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, it was a while.
Yeah, whatever they got rid of it.
And nobody gave two shits that she came back.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing, what was the funniest thing that happened?
Her trying to give the high five to the fan and he's like, kid's like, I'm good.
Shout out to Nick Garl, now dude, nah.
Yeah, now dude, nah.
And then, what I thought couldn't get any funnier, so Rhea obviously squashes her, which we knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
But then, like, you could tell based on her promo that she was calling somebody else. Like, who's going to challenge me next?
And then you hear that little...
And Natalya, who, I'm like, you know what, Rhea Ripley was a filler, and I'm like, talk about a filler opponent. Yeah. And it's not confirmed yet, but we're getting Natalya versus Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions. Yeah. And that's an absolute joke. You want to talk about lopsided match of all time? Yeah. That is the...
There's no shot. Everyone, so there's like a thing now, it's like a graph, like a circle of life, but for every year for Natty, where it's like something like, you compete in WrestleMania women's tag match, you have a random title shot, you lose, you're in Money in the Bank, you lose, you form a tag team with someone, and it just goes in a circle every year, and it's been true for like the last 4 or 5 years.
Like she'll be, she'll be off TV for months. Then she'll randomly come back and get a title shot, like you said, or help somebody out and form like a random 3-week tag team with Tegan Knox,
Shotzi,
and Shotzi. It's like just really funny.
Yeah. Also gotta give credit for this next match, just real quick. I just want to say. One, I love Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the back. They just talk so casually. Yeah. I kind of love that, and then
I never go with this. Shout out to Miss Samantha.
Well, of course, I was gonna give a shout out to Samantha, but also I like that Dolph Ziggler was in the mind, but Kevin Owens was kind of memeing in the background.
At least not somebody's mind.
Yeah. Hey, Dolph Ziggler always on my mind. But yeah, when Kevin Owens was kind of memeing in the back, when Imperium was getting introduced. So it's like, I don't know, Kevin Owens does those little things, and I'm like, that's awesome, but nothing really saying. I'm shout out to Samantha, always calling Imperium, so glad she still gets to do it.
And I think we're getting Gunther next week, which is...
the ring, I don't know.
And getting 3 hours of Samantha now instead of 2 is awesome.
Yeah, Samantha, I'm glad she's in a show where she can call Imperium, Chelsea Green, Cody Rhodes, in theory, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, but she has a really good Damian Priest, too. But yeah, I real quick... you kind of noticed how Kevin Owens almost thinks like done with Sammy's shit a little bit.
Yeah. I think since the beginning almost too, like I even said it too, like when they were coming out for their match, when Kevin comes out with his music first, that look on his face is like, he's like, man, like he just looks tired of Sammy, like he really does, like, and I don't know if that's just his look, if he has RBF, or if they're really trying to be like, there might be some sort of Kevin Owens heel turn coming or something like that, which would be.
Well, hey, think about it. If I said, hey Mario, come hang out with me and Riddle.
Yeah.
And I almost put Riddle around.
You'd
be like, you still love me, baby. You'd be pretty fed up with my shit.
And we talked about it before, but Kevin Owens looks like he can't stand Riddle.
Yeah.
Like, too, because Kevin Owens is also another one of those guys, like a big family man outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
And all those personal issues that Riddle, he probably has no time for that stuff.
No, he's like, yeah, I don't really have.
Because Riddle's a piece of shit, and we're not saying he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So and I think Kevin, who's actually a good person, is probably like, man, like why am I being forced to have to even interact with this guy?
Yeah, so he's like, I don't want to deal with this guy. Like, yeah. And speaking of things we don't want to deal with, I mean, just you get filler matches. Zoe Stark makes her debut. Woods versus Woods, and then just Finn Balor loses to Seth. Talk about that one real quick.
And then in the final tournament, it's Seth versus Finn. We all knew Seth was gonna win. Seth won.
Yep. There was a cool throwback to the spot where Seth injured Finn Balor in the when they had the Universal Championship match, and Finn won his one title for one day. But yeah, cool spot. Solid match. But Seth wins, and want to talk about who Seth might be facing?
Yeah. So we're just gonna kind of give. So there's tournament matches tomorrow for SmackDown. We have Edge, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio, and then we have Bobby Lashley, Theory, which I don't understand why he's in this match, and Sheamus. So I'm gonna say who I want to win both, and I'll kind of give who I think is gonna win, and then I'll yield my time to you. So who I want to win, AJ Styles, Edge, and for serious, I want AJ Styles to win. I honestly do think AJ Styles is going to win this one. He's my pick for this one. I think that I think it makes the most sense. Edge and Mysterio. They should not be going for main titles. These guys are both kind of like should be partially retired at this point. But I think it makes the most sense. AJ Styles really hasn't been in the main event scene in a while. I think it's time that he kind of gets back into that.
I can see that for sure.
So that's why I have winning. Bobby Lashley, Theory, and Sheamus. I just don't want to win. You should know I want Sheamus to win.
Oh yeah.
Is he gonna win? Absolutely not.
Oh, Sheamus not winning this match.
I'm picking Bobby Lashley to win. I think Theory's not. They're not gonna let Theory have 2 titles, or even compete for the 2 titles. And I think Bobby Lashley. I think they're gonna kind of make up for the match at Backlash, and I want Sheamus to win, but I think this one's a little more clear cut. I think Bobby Lashley is going to win this one. What do you think?
So I definitely agree with most of your takes. I think Bobby is going to win. I want Sheamus to win, obviously.
Yeah.
I want AJ Styles to win the second one. I'm thinking maybe Edge.
Yeah.
Because Edge put a video out today and that reminded me, he never lost the World Heavyweight title when he retired. So that's like the title he never lost, and now it's like back. So it's like he had to give it up, he had to vacate it. So he kind of put out a video today saying like I want to win this title. It means so much to kind of end my career on this. And then basically when he said like if I get the title, then when I lose it, I retire. So if Edge really kind of wants to give a farewell, I could see him not only winning this match, the first match, I could see him beating Styles and Rey. Then I could see him beating Bobby Lashley, and then I could see him actually beating Seth and Winter Raw for like a couple months, and maybe losing at SummerSlam.
So I think we forgot to say I was going to win the whole thing tomorrow. So I actually have Bobby Lashley winning the whole thing. I think it's be Bobby and Seth. Your point makes sense. Mm-hmm. I still don't know why you would make Edge, but here's my thing though. I think whoever wins this, regardless, is going to lose to Seth. I think Seth's still winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't see any scenario, honestly, where I've been wrong before a lot, but I still don't see where Seth loses.
Yeah, the only way I can see it is they do that like Edge story, and then Seth has to because it's like, oh, Seth was so confident this was his championship, and he got overconfident. Kind of almost like the Cody story they're telling, But then can they tell those two stories at the same time without being repetitive?
Yeah.
But that's the only way I see it happening.
It could be. But I so you have Edge winning the whole thing tomorrow. I have Bobby Lashley. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think one of us will be right out of those.
I think so too, yeah.
I think those two are, I saw AJ Styles, but I could see your point as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said, I think the Bobby Lashley theory, Sheamus is a lot more clear cut.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think theory, Edge, I don't see a scenario where Ray wins.
No.
I think it's definitely closer to 50-50 for Ray and Edge, or I'm sorry, for Edge and AJ Styles.
Yeah,
Who's gonna win?
Yeah, but I think we're totally spot on with that. Just slight difference, but hey, yeah.
Hopefully one of us will be right. One of us will be right. So, just lastly, just kind of touch on some moments on AEW.
Yeah.
Last night, AEW once again, very very good show. Like they've been putting out constantly.
I'm totally been bringing it. I mean, one of the highlights for us was, of course. Let's take this one.
Finally seeing Miro, aka the Big Mush.
Rusev. The best man. The Redeemer.
So I know Tony made an announcement saying he's gonna make another announcement next week. In between that and seeing Miro now, most likely they're gonna announce that new Saturday show starring Miro and
CM Punk. Yep, we'll get some Jericho on there, which is gonna be the better show for us, honestly.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not mad at more wrestling shows.
No, it's a very good problem to have.
I mean, at this point, if you get that random channel that Impact Wrestling is on, you can get wrestling legitimately Monday through Saturday now.
Yeah,
every day.
And then when AEW puts on a live event, pay-per-view,
there's wrestling basically almost 7 days a week at this point.
Which, by the way, first of all, that's awesome. And I'm really hoping that there are rumors true that AEW is going to go to a streaming service and their pay-per-views will be streaming like WWE's are.
And get some and have some back-end content like WWE Network, have all their old Dynamites and Rampages to watch.
Throw some Nirvana stuff on there.
And that would be awesome. We also had another moment where we're getting a confirmed Double or Nothing tag team match with FTR, more importantly, JEFF, JARRET.
Oh yeah,
and Mr. Jay Lethal.
Oh yes,
and shout out to Santam Singh and Sanjay Dutt too.
They're awesome.
That lot is one of the best of all time.
They're probably our favorite faction of all time.
Behind the greatest rock band of all time.
Yeah,
and being up there with 3MB, that's tough.
It's never gonna happen. So
and unfortunately, we know the match is gonna end, but I'm just very glad to see that they're. And Mark Briscoe is going to be the guest referee. We all know that's going to end up, unfortunately.
I'm just very glad they keep getting title shots. I'd like to see them win one.
Yeah.
Just you know what? Let them win some of the titles. I don't care.
They got screwed. They actually won the titles.
Yeah.
And that ref from AEW, I'm not going to name. Screwed them out of their title.
Yep.
They won the titles.
They did.
And they should have won the titles.
They should have them.
The last outlaw. And it's the Jay Lethal. Great tag team.
Good old. Anytime I hear that little Jeff Jarrett's song hit, I just get very excited. I get very happy. It makes me very happy.
Two elite guys that go like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the main event, which
hold on before we get to the main event, I just want to shout out good old Christian Cage.
Oh.
As always, just taking shots.
That was my bad. I completely forgot. I forgot that.
I mean, Christian he might be the best heel in the industry right now, just with the heat he gets. And I mean, his heat definitely isn't because Dominic Mysterio's heat sometimes might be go away heat. I think Dom's playing heel very well.
Yeah.
But Edge basically saying Wardlow, nobody cared about you or your dad. What?
Yeah. And I mean, and he messes up a few lines in every promo, but they're awesome.
It works for him. Like knight in shining armor.
His mic work with Jungle Boy was some of the crazy things I've heard somebody say. That was some holy shit things that he said.
Well, there was a thing that was almost bad. He had to walk it back because when he said something he said Arn Anderson is is in the market for a son. So Arn Anderson had two sons. One works in AEW. One passed away 2 months ago.
What, from an overdose or something, or
I don't remember what it was. But Christian mentioned that, then he had to kind of say because he's abandoning his son Brock. So we kind of do it real quick, but so that could have been a line crosser.
Do I care though? No, I don't. Yes. Cross the line, Christian. You know what, man? You want to bring wrestling to life, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like he probably gets permission from these guys to say this stuff.
He's got
beforehand. So, Arn's he's a veteran in the industry. He probably would have, he understands the game. Because listen, what they did back in the Attitude Era and stuff like that. Talking about crossing the line and stuff they did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close, but you know what it is. We're not used to it anymore because we watch a lot of WWE. It's so PG. It's PG era and stuff like
they're
that.
not going there.
AEW, they'll go there, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
As long as you don't cross the line to the point where you're like, talking about like serious stuff or like somebody actually, you know what I mean. What I mean. Like I don't mind them crossing a line, but don't cross the line.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
don't go that far.
I don't mind a little like, holy shit, he just said that, like, because that's kind of like, wow, but like don't talk about like really personal stuff that could really mess somebody up, but crossing the line, I got no problem with as long as you have some sort of.
I mean, like talking about someone whose son just died like 2 months ago. That might be a little soon. But that's why I think kind of pivoted to like the other son.
Yeah.
But like Christian's finest moment, I think, was talking about Jeff Hardy, the Matt.
Yeah. Your screw up loser
The brother.
And we love you, Jeff.
Yeah, we love Jeff.
We love you, Jeff. No hard feelings.
Yeah, and Jeff seems to be doing well now, so that's very good to hear.
And we hope you continue to do well, because we do love you. So.
Yep, and then we get to the main event, which.
So you
don't see stuff like that.
Kenny Omega and Moxley. Listen, I have no love for Moxley at all, but man, he does some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you knew this dude was gonna bleed.
Yeah,
dude, the barbed wire. Like, he showed a picture of his back today.
Yeah, it was Doug's daughter, right?
Yeah. I mean,
and Kenny's better worse. They got put on broken glass.
Yeah, broken glass, barbed wire. I mean, this is some stuff you can't fake.
No.
People want to talk about wrestling being fake, then you get hit with some barbed wire in your back and tell me it's fake, because that's...
Yeah, they could dull the edges all you want. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it was a banger of a match.
Them going out the cage was wild with the V trigger, I think they call it.
I've been a little. I just never really didn't know much about Kenny Omega. At first I'm like, but man, this guy puts out bangers.
Yeah.
So he's great.
Kenny Omega's great.
He's very, very good.
Yeah, he's definitely changed my opinions on him. Where I'm like, wow,
this guy's
I actually look forward to seeing Kenny Omega wrestle now.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is is phenomenal.
I can see why everyone talked about him for all those years.
And then we had the Don Callis heel turn. Wild. It was funny too. That was kind of funny. It was a heel turn where he just like ran up and just stabbed him in the head. And there was like no build up to it. He's like, that was screwed up. Just go boom, stab him. I was like, wait, what? Because usually you can kind of tell, it's kind of like a slow predator.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like ease into their prey. Just grab his finger right up and stab him right in the head. I'm like,
that was wild.
That was funny.
Yeah, but once again, I think a very good main event and a very good AEW. And AEW has been really consistent recently.
It has been.
And I just want to mention one thing real quick from NXT. Heel Braun Breaker freaking rocks.
Yeah.
This dude's awesome. I actually read something he was supposed to get called up during the draft, but they like his heel run so much right now, they want to have him kind of finish that out and call him up maybe around like SummerSlam, which is awesome. So we can see him in Battleground.
We'll be seeing him at Battleground this month.
Yup.
Can't wait for
Let's
that.
go.
That's gonna be awesome. We'll definitely put some content out for that.
For sure.
Yeah, a show or something.
Yeah. We'll definitely take some videos there.
Yeah, take some videos and awesome.
Yeah, Braun Breaker spear on Carmelo Hayes. Springboard spear. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What do you say? I'm good.
You want to jump on out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check us out on TikTok, Instagram, all the social medias. We'll put out more content.
And what do you say?
We'll jump on out of here. All right. Bye,
see
guys.
Ya.